I'm sure you've noticed that people sound different, meaning their voice changes, and sometimes they even act differently when they speak another language. Maybe you've noticed this in yourself, just like I have in me. I've also received a lot of comments saying that I'm pretending to be an American, which in a way is true. Though those comments were intended to hurt my feelings and make fun of me, they aren't entirely wrong. However, I'm not doing this intentionally. It's actually a very interesting phenomenon. So let's talk about it. If you want to immerse yourself completely in the language and become fluent, this is kind of what you need to do at first. You also need to immerse yourself in the culture. And you need to pretend at first. At the beginning, everything feels weird and fake. You don't feel like yourself. Speaking another language doesn't feel comfortable, especially when you start working on your accent. That's when it first feels like you're totally faking it and it's not you. And that's when you especially need to persist until you feel natural speaking with that accent. You can't be as funny as you are in your native language, nor can you show how intelligent you truly are in your foreign language because obviously you're still learning. You lack vocabulary, grammar, and cultural knowledge to express yourself as freely as you would in your native language. It's especially noticeable with jokes. You know when you have a cool joke, but it just doesn't sound funny in your second language when you translate it. Or even when you want to tell something funny that happened to you, it just doesn't sound funny. Well, it's because first, you translate when you need to interpret. And second, it's because you're lacking those casual, natural phrases that natives use that can turn your story into a funny or dramatic one. Not to mention the undeveloped listening and speaking skills needed to be part of a conversation with a group of native speakers and feel like you fit in. Being fluent in a language isn't just about being able to speak correctly. It's also about being familiar with the culture of the language and the country in question. Fluency in a language extends far beyond just mastering grammar and pronunciation. It also involves a deep understanding and appreciation of the culture associated with that language. This means getting to know the customs, history, idiomatic expressions, humor, and even the daily life of the people who speak it natively. When you learn a language, you also learn about the culture that comes with it, like their way of life and what they believe in. This helps you understand and care more about the people who speak it. It makes you more open to different ways of living. You start to see the world in many ways, which can make you better at getting along with others. Different languages have different ways of talking to people. For example, in some languages, there are casual